What if I told you that one of these snacks isn't like the others? Hey, it's Mark with Losing a Win, where we're losing a little weight and gaining a little health. And today I want to sit here and talk about some popular snack items I showed up there on the screen. One of them is certainly not like the rest of them. Part of the losing weight is, obviously the intentional eating. One of the tactics I've done is I've eliminated some of these items and incorporated some of the other items. And when I show you these nutritional values, I think you'll see why. As we go, I'm just going to start here on the end and we'll go down the list and I will pop up the nutritional values as we go along. So I think you'll be surprised. Hope you enjoy. So this first one here, red quinoa chips. Man, they're delicious. They are got a great grain to them, perfectly salted. Love them. But, had to really pare back on these things. Nutritional value, 140 calories. Fat, 7 grams. Carbohydrates, 16 grams. And the protein, 2 grams. Man, that was the go-to with the guacamole, to be honest with you. Number 2 here, wow, the healthy version right here. Lay's baked potato chips. 50% less fat, made with olive oil. No artificial flavors. Gluten-free. 28 grams is a serving size. It is 130 calories. It is 5 grams of fat. It is 20 grams of carbohydrates. Oh, and 2 grams of protein. And I'm going to set this one off to the side here. And that way, since it's the healthy one, and I'm going to bring it back and, do a direct comparison with one that's not like the rest of them here. All right, we got some chili lemon corn chips, probably Taki style. I think my kids like them, and the zing and all that good stuff. I'd probably like them too if I got into them. So anyway, nutritional values. 28 grams again. 150 calories, 9 grams of fat, 15 grams of carbs, and 2 grams of protein. All right, next down the line here. Wow, this is something that I used to break the addiction to the sugar, something felt like it was semi-healthy when I was grazing through the cupboard before I could break the addiction to the sugar. It is the mixed nuts. I don't know if I showed you the bag on the baked Lays, but either way. The mixed nuts, I'm sorry. Man, delicious, lightly salted. The problem with them is it's only 1 ounce per serving, which is about 1/4 of a cup. So, that's 170 calories. So it only takes about 4 handfuls. You get into a cup and then, 4 times 170, you're in it for 600, 700 calories pretty easy. So that was, something I had to get under control, I guess, as I broke the sugar habit. So anyway, 170 calories. 15 grams of fat, 6 grams of carbs, 5 grams of protein. Delicious. Healthy in moderation, but the moderation is hard. All right, this is something, wow, around my house. Now, these are all things I had in my cupboard. I didn't go buy them specifically. It's things that was left over or things that, we're currently eating, whatever it is. So this one here, man, this one is great for some dips. Probably, hummus if you're eating healthy. Like some Publix crab dip or seafood dip, whatever it is. If not, anyway, it is the Townhouse pita chips. Pita, sea salt, sounds healthy. Let's see, 15 grams, so about a 1/2 ounce, 70 calories. 2.5 grams of fat, 11 grams of carbs, and 1 gram of protein. So, let's just double it. We'll make it 1 ounce, 28 grams. So let's just double that. So 5 grams of fat, 22 grams of carbs, and 2 grams of protein. All right, next in line, the one that's not like the rest, chicharrones, pork rinds. I prefer the spicy ones or whatever, but this one here is what I had. Either way, definitely not like the other ones. So 1/2 ounce, 80 calories, 0 carbs, 6 grams of fat, 8 grams of protein. 8 grams of protein in a snack. So let's double that. Let's get it to a whole ounce so we can equally compare it to all these other things. So it would make total fat it would make it 160 calories. It'd make total fat 12 grams. It would make total carbs 0 again. It would make total protein 16 grams of protein in 1 ounce serving. I think you can probably tell that you know, that one's definitely not like the rest of them. Hey, I thought I'd jump in here right quick and let you know I just got back from the grocery store and I picked up some 85% lean hamburger meat. And the nutrition facts on it, I'm gonna flash up here on the screen, is 22 grams of fat to 28 grams of protein. And the serving size is a 1/3 pound. So when you compare that to the chicharrones, it's 6 grams of fat to 8 grams of protein. You know, when you do the math, it's only like a 3% difference. So, you know, the chicharrones is almost got the same protein content in it as the hamburger meat, the lean hamburger meat. So I found it interesting. I thought I'd jump in here and just let you know. And back to the video. So we got some pretzel chips. Delicious. Another great thing to dip stuff in. And you can tell that, you know, how I used to live. So anyway, 1 ounce, 110 calories. 0 fat, 24 grams of carbs, 2 grams of protein. This one is one that really surprised me when I started looking at things, because this is something that I thought was health food. Not in the kids section of the cereal. This is Frosted Mini Wheats, the breakfast of champions. So it's 25 biscuits. Is 1 serving size. It is 210 calories, 1.5 grams of fat, 51 grams of carbs. More than a Snickers bar, 51 grams of carbs, cereal only. And then 5 grams of protein. So you could almost cut up a Snickers bar and put some milk on it and, you know, get about the same nutritional value as Frosted Mini Wheats. So let's compare the healthy one, the baked Lay's, right here directly, with the chicharrones pork rinds, and see which one you think you might be eating for your next snack. So we're gonna do this all in 1 ounce, 28 grams. The baked Lay's is 130 calories. The chicharrones is 160 calories. So a little more calories on the chicharrones in a 1 ounce serving. Total fat, 5 grams in the baked Lay's. 12 grams in 1 ounce of chicharrones. So you are getting, you know, a little over double the fat with the chicharrones. Carbs, the baked Lay's, 20 grams of carbs. The chicharrones, 0 carbs. 0 carbs. The protein, 2 grams of protein in the baked Lay's and 16 grams of protein in 1 ounce of the chicharrones. So 16 grams of protein versus 2 grams of protein. Yes, you are getting a little extra fat, 0 carbs. So I have found that my go-to crunchy snack has definitely become, you know, the chicharrones. Although you do have to, you know, enjoy them in moderation, just like everything else. But I think when you look at the total macro breakdown, the chicharrones is definitely, you know, beating out all these other options for snacks for me. So thanks for watching. You know, if you want to see a fat guy at 50 lose 80 pounds this year, you want to follow along, get some tips, hit the subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching.